The Dark Pictures Anthology, Little Hope, also known simply as Little Hope, is an interactive drama survival horror video game developed by Supermassive Games and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. It is the second of 8 planned installments in the Dark Pictures Anthology series and the successor to 2019's Man of Medan. The game was released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on October 30, 2020. A successor, House of Ashes, is planned for release in 2021. The Dark Pictures Anthology, Little Hope is a survival horror video game played from a third-person perspective in which the player assumes control of all 5 characters who are trapped in a ghost town of Little Hope. Throughout the game, the player needs to choose different dialogue options, which will influence the course of the narrative and the relationships between the protagonists. The game can be played multiple times, as there are multiple endings and multiple scenarios based on the decisions that the players make. Depending on the choices of the players, all characters may or may not die by the end of the story. 1. Action sequences mainly feature quick-time events, most of which, if missed, can lead to dire consequences for each character. Similar to Man of Medan, the game features 2 multiplayer modes. Shared Story allows 2 players to play co-op online, and Movie Night allows up to 5 players to select their own characters and prompts them to pass the controller at each turn. 1. Little Hope is presented as an unfinished story in the possession of the omnipresent curator, Pip Torrens, who requests the player's assistance in completing it. The story follows college students Andrew, Will Poulter, Angela, Ellen David, Taylor, Caitlin Spunheimer, Daniel, Kyle Bailey, and their professor John, Alex Ivanovici, who become stranded in the eponymous Little Hope, an abandoned New England town with an infamous history of witch hunting, after their bus crashes. 2. With their bus driver missing, the group explores the town, where they witness the execution of settlers from the past who look exactly like them. The group attempts to find out their connections with the settlers, piece together the history of the town, and discover what is causing the evil in Little Hope before escaping. 3. It is eventually revealed that Andrew's true identity is Anthony Clark, the bus driver and former resident of Little Hope who was the only survivor of a house fire that killed his family in 1972. Anthony had been exploring the town alone, while the rest of the group were hallucinations representing his deceased family members. Depending on his actions, Anthony will either commit suicide, be arrested, or accept that he was not at fault for his family's deaths. Little Hope is the second installment in the Dark Pictures Anthology series. 4. Unlike Man of Medan, which was a modern-day story, Little Hope's story covers multiple timelines, with the narrative jumping back and forth between the present and the past. The game features more supernatural elements when compared to its predecessor, and the team chose witchcraft as the game's main theme as they wanted to explore its root causes. Pete Samuels, the game's director, added that the team was intrigued by the greed, paranoia, and fear of God which motivated people to commit heinous acts during that period. The team took inspirations from both the Silent Hill series and The Crucible, which is a play about the Salem witch trials that took place in the Massachusetts Bay Colony during 1692-93. The game was also inspired by films including The Witch, The Blair Witch Project, Hellraiser, It Follows, The Omen, and Season of the Witch. 3. Will Poulter was hired to voice and provide motion capture for Andrew, the game's lead character. 3. Like its predecessor, the game was designed to be replayable. The team also refined the gameplay, after hearing feedback from players who complained about Man of Medan's gameplay. 5. For instance, the player character can now walk faster. In addition, the team lowered the difficulty of the game's quick-time events, giving more time for the players to react. It had also removed the tank controls. 3. The Dark Pictures Anthology was envisioned by Supermassive Games as a series of unrelated games which explores different themes and horror genres. The studio's plan was to release each installment every 6 months, though this target was missed. The game was first revealed when Man of Medan launched in August 2019. The teaser trailer was included as a post-credit scene for the game. 6. Publisher Bandai Namco Entertainment officially announced the game on April 14, 2020. The game was released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on October 30, 2020. 7-8. The third installment in the series, the Dark Pictures Anthology, House of Ashes, is planned for release for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S in 2021, and features actress Ashley Tisdale. 9/10. Little Hope received mixed or average reviews for the PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One versions of the game, according to review aggregator Metacritic. 12/11/13.